गुरुमुखमनदीत्य प्राह वेदानसेवान् नरपदि परिक्लिप्तं शुल्कमादातु कामः स्वसुरममरवन्द्यं रङ्गनाथस्य साक्षात् द्विजकुलतिलकन्तं विष्णुचित्तं नमामि शतमकमणिनीलाचारुकल्हारहस्ता स्तनभरनमिताङ्गी सान्द्रवात्सल्यसिन्धुः अलकविनिहिता विश्रद्भिराक्लिष्टनाथ विलसतु हृदि गोदा विष्णुचित्तात्मजानः श्रीमत्यै विष्णुचित्तार्य मनोनन्दन हेतवे नन्दनन्दन सुन्दर्यै गोदायै नित्यमङ्गलम् श्रीमते रम्यजामातृमुनीन्द्राय महात्मने श्रीरङ्गवासिने भूयात् नित्यश्रीः नित्यमङ्गलम्। सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापय मे अच्युता. This was told by Arjuna before the war started in Kurukshetra. In Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, there Arjuna asked Krishna to drive his chariot between the two forces, that is the Kaurava army and the Pandava army. Senayor Uvayor Madhye Ratam Stapaya Me Achyuta, O Achyuta, Krishna, please go and stand in between the two armies here in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, told Arjuna. Immediately, Krishna drove the chariot. It was the charioteer for Arjuna, and he drove the chariot in between the two forces of Pandavas and Kauravas. And there he stood. Even as Arjuna asked Krishna to go and stand in between the two forces, here also Andal asked Krishna to come out of his bedchamber and be seated on his royal throne. When one single person, Arjuna, he asked Krishna to drive his chariot, here all these 25 lakh girls, cowherd girls in Gokula, they are asking Krishna to come out of his bedchamber. Then will he not do so? Definitely he will do so. Here Andal in Tiruppavai, 23rd Pashuram, she told Krishna, "Oh Krishna, please come out of your bedchamber. Mari Madamudanjil, Manni Kidandurangam, Shiriya Shingam Arivuttu Thi Vidithu. You are just like a lion. Please come out with the gait of a lion and then be seated on the throne. Koppudaya Shiriya Singashana Tirundu Yamandakariya Maraindarul. Being seated on your royal throne, please do us whatever we want," is what Andal pleaded at the holy feet of Sri Krishna. As soon as Andal pleaded this, Krishna came out of his chamber beautifully with his royal gait, placing one leg after the other. When he was walking by to his throne, that time these gopis, two of the gopikas, they held beautiful fans in their hand and they started blowing the fan. This fan was a handmade one, made up of peacock feathers. They blew it, and then between that, Krishna walked majestically to his royal throne, and he went there and he sat there on his throne. With one foot, that is the right one, it was kept below, and the left one was folded. He kept his folded feet on the other feet, the right feet, and he sat down there on his royal throne. Then two of the gopikas were standing on his right side and left side. They were blowing the fan, the peacock feathered one, with their hand, and his beautiful peacock feathers which was placed on his head, it was just waving in that air. At that time, Andal saw his beautiful feet. She took his beautiful feet and she kept her eyes on the beautiful feet and also her head on the beautiful feet, and then of course her beautiful bosom. She just embraced Krishna's lovely feet with her bosom, and when she kept it again in its place, then Andal found that the feet of Krishna became reddish in color. Andal was surprised. How did this become so red? Even by my touch, if this has become so red, Then we have made this Krishna walk for such a long distance, that is from his bedchamber to his royal throne. Who are we? What did we do here? We asked Krishna to walk just to look at his beautiful gate? No, we should not have done this. We have done an impropriate thing. Thought Andal, and then now Andal blesses at his Tiruvadi, that is, she does Mangala Shasana to his Tiruvadi or his beautiful holy feet. What is Mangala Shasana? Mangala Shasana is blessing. Blessing to the Lord Himself. Mangala Ashasana. Ashasana means we aspire for all the Mangalas or the goodness of a person. If somebody who comes and bows at our feet, then we tell him, you have to live long with good health, with all the wealth and happiness. Ayur Arogya Ishwarya Abhivriddhirastu is what we give as the blessing to somebody who comes and falls our feet. So if we bless them, these people are usually younger than us by age also. They are younger. So young people come and fall at our feet, then we bless them, saying you have to live long with a good health and also a good wealth. And with all your family members, you have to be very happy. That's what we bless them. Similarly here, that is, we aspire for their good being. Similarly here also, Andal aspires for the goodness of the Lord Himself. That means Andal is blessing the Lord. That is Mangala Shasana. Can we bless a person who is greater in age than ourselves? No, that can't be done so. We usually bless somebody who is younger in age than us. But if they are older in age than us, we don't usually bless them. We in fact don't ask them to prostrate us because they are older in age. They don't also prostrate at us, and they also don't receive our blessings. That is what is usually seen in the world. For younger persons, we bless them. But here, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, he is elder than everybody. He is the most eldest person. He is the greatest of all the greats. Being so, how can we bless the Lord Himself? Is what the question arises when Andal does this Mangala Shasana, or blessing to the Lord Himself. Here, why does Andal bless the Lord? It is because of His beautiful nature, His beautiful form, His beautiful feet. For all this, Andal blesses Him. Oh Lord, you are having such a beautiful feet. Nothing should happen to this lovely feet. Nothing should happen to all your strength and heroic feats. You should be always with us. You should be always with this might and power and beauty. It should never be gone away. It should last forever. Is what Andal pleads at the holy feet of the Lord. By doing this Mangala Shasana, what are you really doing here is that you are blessing the Lord. That means, who is the Savior? The question arises, does the Lord save us, or do we save the Lord? Actually, the Lord saves us, and in fact, He saves our word also. By blessing Him, the Lord thinks that, oh, He is my devotee. So whatever He tells, it should be truth. So hence, the Lord Himself, He Himself protects Himself. He protects Himself. Because we asked Him, oh Lord, you should be always protected. Nothing wrong should happen to you. So He is the sole protector. Hence, He protects Himself. That is the nature of this Mangala Shasana. This Mangala Shasana is done by all the greats, all the great people who have the knowledge that the Lord is the sole protector. Even though they have this knowledge, when seeing His beautiful form, what happens is that due to His beauty and the love towards Him, we forget that we have to be protected. We see Him to be the object to be protected. We look at Him that we have to protect Him because He is so beautiful and He has all the beautiful qualities. Hence, we have to protect the Lord, and we forget that He is the one who is protecting us. So we think that we are protecting Him. That's why we do this Mangala Shasana or bless Him. So this Mangala Shasana actually does it accord with our Swarupa. Is it in terms of our Swarupa? See, we are the object to be protected. Always the Bhagavan is the only, one and only protector. So are we going to really protect the Lord? No, we are not going to protect the Lord. He is the one who has to protect on any circumstances. But why are we thinking that we are going to protect him by doing this Mangala Shasana? No, we are not thinking so. But here we lose our control. Seeing his beauty, we lose our control and we forget that we are the ones to be protected. We think that we are going to protect him. So this is due to bhakti, the bhakti towards him, the love towards him, and the beauty of him. That is why we do this Mangala Shasana. And many of the greats have done this Mangala Shasana. In fact, all the rishis, they do Mangala Shasana. They very well know that no harm can come to this Lord. When Rama went to Dandakaranya, the forest, all the rishis, they said, Mangalani Prayunjana Pratyagrannan Prataha Tetam Somyam Ivodvantam Drashtva Dharmacharina Mangalani Prayunjana. They knew that the Lord, Supreme Being, has come to the forest. That's why they all came in huge numbers to meet Sri Rama. They very well knew that the Lord has come down to this earth. But still, they knew that he is the protector. But here they do Mangala Shasana. Mangalani Prayunjana. All these rishis went to Rama, they saw him, and then they told, oh Rama, nothing harmful should happen to you. All good should happen to you. They know very well that nothing wrong will happen to Rama because he is the protector of all. In fact, he is the one who is going to protect us all. These rishis know very well about this. They have perfect knowledge that the Lord is the sole protector of anybody in this world. But in that case also, the rishis seeing his beautiful form, is attired in beautiful bark of the tree, and he has a jata mandala, that is the beautiful lock of hair. So seeing all this, the rishis are mesmerized by his beauty. Hence, they tell Rama, oh, blessings to you, Rama. Nothing should go wrong with respect to you, is what the rishis plead there. In fact, Janaka, he also, after seeing Rama breaking the big bow, the Shiva's bow, after seeing him, Janaka offers his girl, that is Sita Devi, in marriage to Rama. At that time, he says, Bhadrante panim grannishva panina yam Sita mamasuta sahadharma charitava pratitcha chainam bhadramte panim grannishva panina yam Sita mamasuta. Look at my daughter. She is Sita. She is my daughter. Mamasuta sahadharma charitava. She will follow all your footsteps. When you are walking in the path of dharma, she will also follow the path of dharma. Pratitcha chainam bhadramte panim grannishva panina ho Rama. You are standing next to one another. My daughter Sita and yourself Rama, you are standing next to one another. You are looking so lovely. I bless you. Janaka told Bhadramte, nothing harm should happen to this beautiful couple, is what Janaka told. And then finally, he gave his daughter's hand to Rama. Panim grannishva panina, hold my daughter's hand, Rama. Now she is married to you, told Janaka. So Janaka also does this Mangala Shasana, or he blesses the Lord. And finally, everybody does Mangala Shasana. In Krishna Avatara, Nandagopa does Mangala Shasana, Vasudeva does Mangala Shasana, and all of the greats do Mangala Shasana. And also the rishis, they did Mangala Shasana. Jatayu, the bird, the huge bird, he also did Mangala Shasana. Yam Oyeshanimiva Ayushman. He told Rama, when Rama and Lakshmana came searching after Sita, then Jatayu, he was fallen in a pool of blood, being hurt by Ravana, who was carrying Sita away. Then Jatayu, seeing the plight of Rama, he thought, oh, Rama is in such sorrow that he might lose his life at any time. So he blessed Rama, oh Rama, you have to be for a very long time. Yam Oshanimava Ayushman, you have to be Ayushman. That means you have to be here for a very long time. Nothing wrong should happen to you. Told Jatayu. Now is Jatayu saving Rama by his blessing? No, actually Jatayu is in a pool of blood. He has to be saved by Rama. Rama is the sole savior of this whole earth. In such a case, since Jatayu told Rama that You should be there for a very long time. Nothing wrong should happen to you in the coming years. Since Jatayu told this, Rama protects himself even after he lost Sita. Then also his sorrow would have killed him actually. But since Jatayu told you have to be here for a very long time, Rama protects Jatayu's words, so also he protects himself. That is the way this Mangala Shasana is done. Finally, Periyalvar, he also does Mangala Shasana, Pallandu, Pallandu, Pallayirattandu. When how did Periyalvar do Mangala Shasana? He went to the Pandya king who was in Madurai. He went there and using all the Vedas, Periyalvar declared that the supreme being is none other than Sriman Narayana or Sriman Narayana. After doing this, and everybody there, all the great scholars there, Pandits there, accepted that whatever Periyalvar said was right. He used all the Veda Vakyas and determined that Lord Sriman Narayana is the supreme being in this world. Everybody accepted that, and after the Pandya king was convinced that Lord Supreme was one, none other than Sriman Narayana, then he made a big procession of Periyalvar. He made him sit on his elephant, and a big procession was taken out. When this procession was carried out, the Lord Sriman Narayana, he wanted to see his son Periyalvar coming on this huge elephant, being crowned by everybody as the greatest of all Pandits, and he wanted to see his son who was coming on this elephant in a procession. So the Lord, with all the Devatas, he appeared in the sky. Then Periyalvar took the bells which were hanging on the back of the elephant. He took it and he used those beautiful bells as tada. And then he started singing. He was afraid. He thought, why this Lord is come to this mortal world? If he comes to this mortal world from the immortal world, that is Paramapada, Shivaikuntha, then what will happen to him? In this world, there are so many demons, Rakshasas, and Asuras. So anything might happen to him. Nothing should happen to him, is what Periyalvar thought. And immediately he started singing, Pallandu, Pallandu, Pallayirattandu, Palagodi, Nooraayiram, Mallanta Tindol, Manimanna, Unchevadi Sabbidirikkaappu, Adiyomodum, Ninnodum, Pirivinniyayiram, Pallandu, Vadivayinin Valamarvil, Valginnamangayum, Pallandu, Vadivar, Sodi Valatturai, Sudarariyum, Pallandu, Paripor, Pukkumadangum, Apanjasanyamum, Pallande. Periyalvar says, oh Lord, you have to live for a very long time. Pallandu, Pallandu. Pallandu means, Andu means year. Pallandu means long number of years. Nothing should happen to you. Pallandu, Pallandu, Pallayirattandu, Palagodi, Nooraayiram. And he just multiplies these years by saying, Palagodi, Nooraayiram, crores and crores of years. Nothing should happen to you, oh Lord. You are the savior of everybody, but nothing should happen to you because you are looking so beautiful. Periyalvar says, you are looking so beautiful and you have come down to this mortal world. Anything might happen here to you. So you have to be very careful. Please, Lord, don't show your weapons to me because you are still beautiful. What happens if all these weapons are destroyed by demons and asuras? They are filled here. And Periyalvar, he has always this fear of the Lord. Anything might happen to you because the beauty of the Lord consumes Periyalvar. And because of this beauty, Periyalvar feels that nothing should happen to him. This is Mangala Shasana. This is actually blessing to the Lord, seeing his beauty. So Periyalvar does that in all his Pasharams, Periyalvar, Tirumani, all the Pasharams, Periyalvar, he does Mangala Shasanam to the Lord. Similarly, his daughter here also is doing Mangala Shasanam for his beautiful feet of Krishna. Now this beautiful feet has become red because Andal touched that feet. So it has become red. Andal feels this red feet, with this red feet, we have made Krishna walk this distance from his bedchamber to his royal throne. Who are we? What have we done here? We should not have done this. We are just like the demons or the Indra, Devatas. Devatas, what do they do? Indra, what did he do? He made the Lord walk for him. All the three worlds, the Lord measured with his feet. Indra made this happen. Similarly, we have become like Indra. Indra wanted his world back from Mahabali. Mahabali had captured all the three worlds of Indra and he had kept under his leg. So Indra wanted his worlds back. So he went to the Lord and he pleaded at him, "Oh Lord, I lost all my worlds. Please do something so that I can get back my worlds." That is this Bhuloka, Bhurloka, and Swargaloka. These are the three words. Bhuhu, Bhuaha, Suvaha are the three words which are under the custody of Indra. So Indra wanted these three words back, for which he went to Lord Sriman Narayana and he pleaded unto him, "Oh Lord, please give me back my three words. Somehow get it back for me. Mahabali has captured my three words," told Indra. So the Lord came down as a dwarf, as a Vamana, and he measured all the words. That is beautifully brought out in this Pashura, 24th Pashura, Anganmanya. அன்னி உலகமளந்தாய் அடிபோத்தி சென்னங்கு தென்னிலங்க செத்தாய் திரள் போத்தி பொன்னச் சகனமுதைத்தாய் புகழ் போத்தி கன்று குணிலா விரிந்தாய் கடல் போற்றி குன்று குடையா வெடுத்தாய் குணம் போற்றி வென்று பகை கெடுக்கும் நின் கையில் வேல் போற்றி என்றென்றுன் சேவகமே ஏத்திப்பறை கொள்வான் இன்றியாம் வந்தோம் இறங்கு. This beautiful 24th Pashuram. அன்று இவ்வுலகமளந்தாய் அடி போத்தி. Pothi Pothi means Mangala Shasana. Oh Lord, nothing should happen to you, is what this Pothi means in each line of this Pashura, in each verse of this Pashura. Andri Ivulahamananda Yadipoti, on that one day, you measured all the words with your 2 feet. 1 feet, it went up and he measured all the words above our head. They are the words, that is Boha, Suvaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapa, Satyam. That's all the words above our head. And the words below are Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Nagaloka, Patala, or these 7 words below us, below this earth. And all these words were measured by you with the length of 2 feet. Andru Ibulaham Anandai Adipoti. For those beautiful feet you are singing here, oh Mangala Shasana, Balland, nothing wrong should happen to this beautiful feet. And our fields here. Indra asked Lord to walk that distance and measure all the lokas and give it back to him. Indra asked that. Similarly, we have also done here. We have made you walk this distance and sit on your lovely throne here. We should not have done this. We have become like Indra. Indra wants something, he has done this. But we don't want anything from you. We want just your kai karya. We want to do service to you. We don't want to hurt you. We did not aim at hurting your whole lovely feet. This has become red. And her feet very distressed here. So she says, nothing wrong should happen to your feet. Oh Lord, it is so beautiful. It is so soft. So nothing should happen to your lovely feet. That's what Andal pleads here. Andrei Bulaham Adandai. On that day, you measured all these worlds. This world is full of mountains, full of trees, full of thorns, full of big stones. Such loka, such world was measured by your soft legs. What would have happened to your leg? Oh Lord, it is so pathetic. Now we are doing the same thing. Andri Bulahamananda Yadiboti. Then Andal thought, oh, that one is also okay. Somehow that thing was done with the help of his immaculate strength, with his beautiful form. The Lord came here as a dwarf Vamana, and then he grew up like a Trivikrama. That was a huge structure, huge form he took, and then he measured all the worlds. So he was at that time the supreme being, and he measured everything. But now we have to do Mangala Shasana to the next avatar, which was that Rama avatar. In Rama avatara, the Lord Sriman Narayana was born as a Manushya, as a man in this mortal world. In that avatar, he did all his deeds just as a man would do in this loka. He never showed his divine form at all. When he measured all the worlds, he took his divine form. But not so in Rama avatara. So for that Rama avatara, we have to do this Mangala Shasana. Third Andal, and now she does this here. Shenranga Tennilanga Shettai Thiral Botri. You went to the southern corner of this Bharata Punya Bhumi and you went to Lanka from there. Shenranga Tennilanga. Tennilanga means beautiful Lanka. or the Lanka which is situated in the southern direction. Tennanga Shenranga, you went there itself. You walked for such a long distance. Oh Rama, how did you walk? Dasharatha, he feels very unhappy. Says Kulashekara Alvar in his Perumal Tirumadi, Purundar, Kaivel, Nudipol, Paralvaya, Melladikal Kurudishora, Virimba, the Khan Virimbi, Veilurepa, Vempashin Oikura, Ivaranandana, Emmi Rama, oh Dasharatha, he feels very disturbed. How did my son walk this distance? Purundar Kaivel, Nudipol, Paralvaya, Purundar Kaivel, enemies, they have huge spears, sharp spears in their hands. Such is the forest nature. How was the forest? There were big stones which were very sharp, and it pierces Rama's legs. And from the legs of Rama, the tender feet of Rama, blood is flowing there. Such was the nature of Rama when he walked in the forest. Purundar, Kaivel, Nudipol, Paralpaya, Melodical Kurudishora, melodical soft feet. From that soft feet, blood was flowing. Melodical Kurudishora, Vimpashinoi Kura, Yavaranandana, Vimpashinoi, Purundar Kaivel, Nudipol, Paralpaya, melodical Kurudishora, Virumbada Kan Virimbi Veilurepa. Nobody will aspire to go to Dandakaranya, the forest. But Rama, he wanted to go to the forest. He wanted to meet all the rishis there. That was the nature of my son. Tells Dasharatha here. Then he went to the forest, and there, how hungry he must be. Because in the forest, there is the sun is glowing there. And due to the heat in the forest, you will be always hungry. So, how hungry Rama should be? What food he will get in the forest? Just except the fruits there and some leaves there. What will Rama get there to eat? Nothing much. So Dasharatha feels very unhappy. Avaranandana yammi Rama. Oh, Avaranandana, how did you walk? Rama, he walked from Ayodhya to Lanka. How did he walk? Andal feels the same thing, and she now tells oh Mangalashasana Rama, for your holy feet, you went from Ayodhya to Lanka, Shendru Ang, you went there and you fought with Ravana and you killed him in the battle. In English we tell meeting the lion in its own den. Lion is there means you go, a hunter goes there, he meets the lion in its own den, and then he wakes the lion up. A sleeping lion is being woken up, and then he fights with the lion and he kills the lion. Such should be the bravery of the hunter. Similarly here Rama, he went to Lanka itself, and there he met Ravana in his own place and he killed Ravana there in Lanka. For that strength and might and power, we do here Mangala Shasana. We are doing Mangala Shasana. Oh Rama, nothing should happen to you for your valor and strength. Nothing should come bad to it. Tells Andal here, Shenrangattan Ilanga Shattai Diral Boti, Ponnachagada Mudaitai Pugal Boti. Then Andal thought, even in Rama Avatara, he did all these things after he was grown up. When did Rama go to the forest? He went to the forest at the time of 25 years. And then by the time he killed Ravana, he was somewhere around 39 or 40 years. He was grown up well. But in Krishna Avatara, we should always be concerned for the Lord here in Krishna Avatara. Why? Because he was a very small kid. Krishna was a small baby when all the Asuras came to Tiruppavai Gokula. Kamsa sent all the Asuras here to Tiruppavai. At that time, Krishna was such a small boy. He was a small kid. At that time, he faced so many enemies. In fact, Krishna didn't know that an enemy had come there. Such was his age. Whereas Rama knew very well that Ravana was the enemy and Ravana has to be killed. All those things Rama knew. But here Krishna doesn't know who the enemy is. For this avatara, we should do Mangala Shasana. And now, for this avatara, she is doing Mangala Shasana. And all the 3 lines, for the 3 lines to come here. Ponnachagadamudaittai Pugal Boti, Asura, he came on the cart of where Krishna was lying. Krishna was lying under a cart. Yashoda had bathed him and she had cradled him under a cart. And Yashoda thought, okay, nothing harmful will happen to my son, Sri Krishna. Let me go and have a bath, thought Yashoda, and she went to bathe herself. At that time, this demon or Asura, Shakata, he came on this cart itself, on the wheel of the cart, and then the wheel started moving. Krishna at that time felt hungry, so he kicked his leg, and by kicking his leg went and met this Asura, that is the wheel, and then finally this Asura was torn away in pieces. Ponna Chakada Mudaita Ipugal Bhoti, that Chakada, that wheel, it was totally dismantled. Any carpenter who came there or any mechanic who came there to fix this wheel of the cart, it would have been impossible to do so, because that is how Krishna just banged or kicked at him, kicked at this Asura with such might. So for that feat, Andal now says, Mangala Shasana, oh Lord, nothing bad should happen to your feet, you kicked it. Andal pleads that. Then Andal thought, here one Asura came, then after some time two Asuras came together. For that, Andal feels very much depressed and she is concerned about that. For that, Andal now says this Mangala Shasana in the next line. Kandru Gunila Virindai Kadal Boti. When Krishna was in forest, Kandru, a small calf, two Asuras, they decided between themselves. One Asura said, okay, I will go as a calf. In between all the cattle that are grazing there in the meadows where Krishna is making them graze, there I will go as a small calf. Then another Asura said, okay, I will be a wood apple on a tree. So we will pounce on Krishna together and we will kill him, is what both of these Asuras, demons, decided. And they went to the forest. That time Krishna, when he was making these cattle graze, he saw this small calf. This small calf was always looking above at the tree. Then Krishna wondered, why is this calf looking at the tree above? What is he looking at? There he found a wood apple. So Krishna thought, oh, he is interested in this wood apple. This calf is interested in this wood apple. So Krishna thought, why shouldn't I use this calf itself as a small stick to pull that wood apple down? Let this calf go and eat the full wood apple there itself on the tree, thought Krishna. These cowherd boys, they have a tendency, they have a small stick that is called kunil. They throw the stick when they see a fruit, so that they can't climb a huge tree, so they throw this small wooden stick which is called kunil. This kunil, it will hit the fruit, not just on the fruit, but since the fruit is hanging from a branch, it will hit the branch. When it hits the branch, the fruit will come down. When it comes down, another cowherd boy, he will go and catch it, so that the fruit will not be destroyed. If the fruit, it falls down, and if it is hurt, then all the juices from the fruit will drain off. So what is basically very tasty about a fruit means the juice inside. So they don't want to lose the juice. Hence, one boy, he hits the fruit with a small wooden stick. Another boy, he goes under it and he catches it. Similarly, here also Krishna sees this calf. It is looking at this wood apple. So Krishna thinks here, okay, let me send this calf itself as a small wooden stick, kunil. Let it go and eat the wood apple by itself, thought Krishna, because it is so much loving and it is aspiring to eat the wood apple by itself. So Krishna, he got hold of the hind legs, the hind legs of the calf, and he just swirled it in the air and he threw it across towards that wood apple. What happened? This calf, it went there, it hit the wood apple. That Asura who was there as a wood apple, he also came down, and also this calf came down. Both of them came down to the ground. They hit the ground and they were smashed to death. This was how Krishna killed both of them. Kandru Kunila Virindai Kadal Boti. At that time, Andal saw Krishna's leg, and he was wearing a beautiful anklet which Yashoda won in his feet. Seeing that anklet, now Andal now does Mangala Shasana for the anklet. Kandri Kunila Virindai Kadal Botri. Then finally Andal thought, this is also okay. All these were demons who came here. They did not have Vishnu Bhakti. Demons, they don't have Vishnu Bhakti. Asuras, they don't have Vishnu Bhakti. These demons did not have Vishnu Bhakti here. Nor the Rakshasa, Ravana, he did not have Vishnu Bhakti. So that is somewhat accepted. But one who had Vishnu Bhakti, one who has Vishnu Bhakti, that is Indra. Devendra is Devata. All Devatas have Vishnu Bhakti. Vishnu Bhakti Paro Devaha. Devatas have Vishnu Bhakti. This Devata Indra is the head of or the king of all the Devatas. He is called Devendra. Indra is called Indra. He is the Swami for all the Devatas. Such Indra himself, he turned enemy to Krishna. So what then to speak of? Thought Andal, and now Andal does this Mangala Shasana to the Lord Krishna who lifted the Govardhana hill. Kundru Kunaya Vedittai Gunam Bhoti. At one instance, all these Gopalas, they used to give offering to Indra every year. They used to cook lot of food. They used to make lot of sweets. Everything they used to carry once in a year to Indra and offer it to Indra. All these Gopalas or cowards had the feeling that Indra is showering rain to us. When they did this in one particular year, Krishna asked the Gopalas, what are you doing? Why are you cooking so much food? And to whom are you taking all this food? The Gopalas, the cowards, they told, we are cooking this for Indra. We have to offer it to Indra, the Godhead. Then this Indra will shower rain by which all the grass will grow here so that all our cattle can graze the grass, and then they will give a lot of milk, for which we are offering all this to Indra. Krishna told, who said Indra is giving us rain? No, he is not giving us rain. This Govardhana hill here, it is giving us rain. It is the Govardhana which is giving us rain. See, the clouds move from one place to another. When the clouds, after getting water from the ocean, they start moving. When they are moving, in between this Govardhana hill, which is tall, it obstructs these clouds. Hence the clouds, they go further up. These dense clouds, while going further up, they get cooled, by which they shudder rain here. So it is because of this Govardhana hill that we are getting rain. It is not because of Indra. So offer all this to Govardhana hill, told Krishna. So all the Gopalas, cowards, they offered all the offerings to this Govardhana hill. Krishna, he said, I am Govardhanosmi, I am Govardhana hill. And he ate all the offerings that was given by the cowherds. Indra got frustrated. How can it be done? All these cowards were offering me every year. Now this Krishna, this coward boy, this little boy, he has done this. He became very angry. Indra became very angry. He started pulling the rain. It started raining. Everywhere it started raining in Gokula. Then Indra at one point of time, he thought, rain is not sufficient. We should hit this Gokula with the help of stones, thought Indra. Krishna immediately, he went to that mountain, and even as Krishna had told that this mountain is protecting us, it's in fact because of this mountain that we are getting rain. Since Krishna told this, he went to the mountain and he thought that this mountain has to protect all these Gopalas or the cowards and also all the cattle. So he took this mountain as an umbrella and he held it there, and Indra continued to pelt stones at Krishna. And since this Govardhana was there and he had lifted it as a mountain, and all the Gopalas came under this mountain and they all surrounded there next to Krishna. All the cattle was brought below the mountain, and nothing could be done by Indra. Not a single stone hurt any of the cowherds or the cattle there or the cowherd girls. Such was the kind that Indra protected all the cattle and cowherd people there. Krishna took that Govardhana as an umbrella and he protected them all. For 7 days he held it non-stop. Indra, he pelted stones at Krishna, but nothing much happened here. So finally, Indra, he lost his control. Finally, he lost all his capacity. He lost his strength. And finally, he himself came down and he praised Krishna. And then he said, "You are Govinda." And he gave the name Govinda to Krishna. It's the beautiful episode here, for which now Andal, she tells, "Kundru Kudaya Vidittai Gunam Potri." Wow, what a beautiful attribute you have, Krishna. You should have killed Indra for whatever he did, but he did not do so. He did not kill Indra. He waited patiently. Krishna waited patiently. Let the anger come down. Let Indra is now very hot. Let him cool by himself. After some time, he will realize nothing much can be done here, and he himself will come down. Thought Krishna. In fact, he should have beheaded Indra, but Krishna didn't do so. He had a soft corner for Indra. Since Indra himself had bhakti towards the Lord, so he had a soft corner for Indra and he did not behead him. He waited patiently for the anger which Indra had to come down. Finally, the anger came down and Indra also came down. For that beautiful quality and virtue, Andal now does Mangala Shasana. Here, Kundu Kudaya Vidittai Gunam Pothi, Vendru Pagagadekkum Nin Kayil Vel Pothi. And finally, here, Andal now thought, let me do Mangala Shasana to this Velayuda or this spear that Krishna is having in his hand. See, Nandagopala carried spear. Similarly, all the coward men, they carry spear in Gokula. Here Krishna is also having a spear. Andal thought, let me do Mangala Shasana for the spear he is having. He kills all his enemies with the help of his spear. Kundru Kudaya Vidittai Gunam Potri, Vendru Pagagadekkum Nin Kayil Vel Potri, you are holding his spear. You destroy all the enemies with the help of the spear. So Mangala Shasanas to the spear told Andal. In Kayil Vel Potri, Endrendu Un Shevagame Tippare Hulva. These are all the heroic feats, O Krishna, that you do. So we all praise that and we do Mangala Shasana for that. And we have come here to do Mangala Shasana. That is our Swarupa. Our Swarupa. That is what should be done. This Jivatma has to do Mangala Shasana for the Lord. That is the final end or the final objective for this Jivatma. That is what Andal is doing here. Mangala Shasana is what has to be done. We do Mangala Shasana here also. Every day we chant in front of the Lord, Palland, Palland, and also we say Vadiye, Vadiye, Vadiye. We do this to the Lord. Similarly, if we go to Paramapada, Shivaikunta also, there also we do this Mangala Shasana. So Andal does Mangala Shasana here to Lord Sri Krishna, for which she says, Andandun Shevagame Yetti Parayolvam Indriyam Mando Mirangu. Today we have come at your holy feet. Please do us mercy, O Lord. Whatever we have done, it should not have been done. We should not have asked you to walk this distance from your bedchamber to this royal throne. We should not have done this. So please forgive us. Nothing wrong should happen to you. Is what is told by Andal in this beautiful Pashura. And in the next Pashura, Andal, she tells what this Parai is. Parai means what? She describes in the next Pashura, that is the 25th Pashura. Those meanings can be heard tomorrow morning. Please join together. Orutti Maganai Pirandu, Oriravil Orutti Maganai, Odithu Vadara, Darikirana, Tanding, Ninainda, Karuttai Pedapit, Kanjan Vaitil Nirpenna Ninna Nedumale, Unna Yaritittu Vandom, Paradaridiagil, Tiruttakka Selvamum Shevagamum Yampadi, Varuttamum Tirndamagindu, Elo Rimbavai, Andal Tiruvadigalé Sharanam, Emberumanar Tiruvadigalé Sharanam, Jiyar Tiruvadigalé Sharanam, Tiruvadipurathu Chakattudittal Vadiye, Tiruppavai Muppadum Shappinal Vadiye, Periyalvar Pettedatta Venbulla Vadiye, Perumbodur Mamunikku Pinnanal Vadiye, ஒரு 143 உரைத்தாள் வாழியே, வீரரங்கற்கே கண்ணி உகந்தளித்தாள் வாழியே, மறுவாரும் திருமல்லி வளநாடி வாழியே, வன்புதுவை நகர் கோதை மலர்ப்பதங்கள் வாழியே.